Alright, what's going on, everybody? Banger T here with you again. Thanks for checking out my channel. Really appreciate it. Today I'm going to come at you with some information about this Unagi Voyager. I've had a lot of questions about it, what I think about it. Is it worth it? What's going on with it? So I'm going to go through a little bits and pieces of it just to give you an idea of what I think. Basically, there she is. Just a nice looking scooter. Basic scooter. Some people think that the price is a little high. For me, it worked out real good just because of their rental program. Financially, I'm just straight broke. Had to get into the scooter world because of certain situations. Had to come up with something. I'm able to get this thing with their rental program, which is costing me $70 a month versus dropping $1,000 out of my pocket, which I don't have right now. Good thing about it is, like I said, it gives me the instant transportation that I need, and it gets me around. Now, I want everybody to understand I have absolutely no affiliation with Unagi whatsoever. I get this scooter from them. I rent it every month. Sure, if I just straight bought one, it will probably save me a whole lot of money. But like I said, I just don't have the money to drop on it. So I have no affiliation with Unagi. They don't even know who I am. I'm doing this just because I've had a lot of people ask me what I really truly think about it. So we're gonna go around a little bit here. I didn't do the whole unboxing series of this just because, quite honestly, when I first started doing the whole scooter thing, I didn't even realize that I was going to start doing videos. I was going to mess around with it. Didn't even think that I was going to start doing YouTube pages, YouTube videos. Didn't think that I was going to get into anything. So I didn't really do an unboxing review that you see on YouTube about it. And that's not really what I'm going to do today. Today I'm just going to tell you about what I've done to it, how it's worked for me, how long it's worked for me, and what exactly it has accomplished. I will go through some just quick basics of it, just in case this is the first time you have seen this scooter here. The thing I really like about this scooter is that it is just, honest truth, it's just real simple. Just here's your basic cockpit, real simple here. You just hold the button down, bam, it's on. The whole blinking thing here, I'm not really sure what that is. I think it does that on everybody's YouTube channels. If you got some wisdom on that, give me some advice here. Shoot, tell me what's going on there with that. Kind of gets on my nerves, but the whole setup here is real comfortable, actually. Hand sits here. You got your throttle button is right here. On the other side, you got your brake button here. Push that down. You got this little yellow button right here. You're gonna hit that twice. You see how it drops you down to speed 1. Hit it twice. Kicks you back up to speed 2. And again, kicks you back up to speed 3. Go back down to this little center button here. Hit it twice. That takes you out of dual mode and puts you into single mode, which you can see right there. And you're going to hit it twice again. Bam, there's your dual mode. Hit the button once. Oh, there's your headlight. Now, to be honest with you, headlight actually works pretty good. I've ridden it a couple times at night. You're on a scooter. Depending upon what part of town you're in, how comfortable you feel, that's kind of up to you. If you are going to be doing some serious nighttime stuff, I would probably consider, adding an additional light to it. You can get those kind of things online with no problem. Usually really, really cheap. This next feature is probably one of the biggest things that I hate about this, which is right here, this yellow button. Yes, that is the horn. Totally, absolutely pointless to me. I think it's absolutely annoying. I think I've touched that button a total of 4 times since I've had this scooter. The 4th time being just now when I showed you what it was. So you got your basic cockpit there. First mode's going to put you up to 9 miles an hour. Second mode's going to put you up to 12. Third mode's going to get you all the way up to 15. Now, Unagi claims that the thing will jump up to 20. When you first open this thing up and you hit that throttle and you go, you're only going to get to 15. Now, if you do a little research on it, there's this little secret system to unlock the hyperspeed mode. Now, unfortunately, I'm still really new at this YouTube thing. I'm still really new at the video thing. So I don't have all the cool technology yet, and I'm still working with stuff on my phone and just one hand. So just bear with me on this, and I apologize. But the way you're going to unlock it is you're going to push these two buttons here, the brake and the throttle. You're going to push them all the way down. And then while you're holding them down, you're also going to hit this button here 10 times really quick. Now when you do all that at the same time, it's going to beep at you twice, and that's going to tell you you've unlocked the speed mode. Now you're going to hit up to 20 miles an hour, which I know that doesn't seem like a lot, 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, but man, you'd be really surprised the difference that it makes in the speed levels. As far as range goes, range is really dependent upon the person using the scooter. What Unagi claims, yeah, they're saying you're going to average somewhere 15 miles an hour, or 15 miles total, give or take some change. As far as the distance and the battery range goes, yeah, it'll do 15 miles an hour, or it'll do 15 miles, and it'll do, it could do 9 miles. If you put this thing in hyperspeed, you push the throttle all the way down, you run it strong all day long, of course you're going to get less range. It's going to suck your battery harder. It's kind of given. So, the range is really hard to tell for sure. Speed and power, absolutely 100% does exactly what Unagi says it will do. It will do 100% 20 miles per hour. Will it do more than 20 miles an hour? No. It does 20 miles an hour on the nose. The only way I've gotten over 20 miles an hour is by going downhill. Of course, that's just because gravity took over. I've gotten to 21 or 22. Uphill. Taking hills, it actually does really, really well. You keep that thing in that dual motor. I've hit these hills at 20 miles an hour. By the time I got up to the top of it, I was sitting there running right at 18, 17, bam, come right back up to 20, and I'm right back to it. So yeah, as far as the performance goes, speed and mileage wise, yes, it does what it's supposed to do. It does what it was intended for. It's intended to be a commuter scooter to get you from point A to point B. It's comfortable. I think it rides fine. Going a little bit more into it here. You got your front bar here for the handle. This is probably the coolest thing about the scooter that I really like. The whole thing weighs like 30 pounds, maybe. So the benefit to this, for me especially, because I do use it all day, every day, I take it everywhere I go, is how mobile it truly is. So you're just going to come down here like this, and check this out. This is so cool how this works. You just hit this button, drop it down, stem drops down, click. One hand, I just folded it in half, and you're exactly where you need to be. Now, real simple. Grab it, pick it up, and off you go. That's how portable this scooter really is. It's the easiest, most mobile thing I've ever seen. And it's kind of crazy because stores and offices and coffee shops, restaurants, any place I've ever gone, I've never had one person have a problem with me bringing the scooter in the building. Hell, I've even just rolled it in, and they don't even blink at you. So that's a major benefit to this scooter, is the fact of the versatility of it, and what it can do. So let's get this handlebar stood back up so we can go into a little bit more here. So now we're going to get into some other stuff that I hear a lot of complaints about online. One of the biggest complaints about this that I hear is the suspension factor. There is no suspension on this scooter at all. For me, to be honest with you, it didn't bother me one bit at all. The reason being partially probably because I've never owned a scooter before. Didn't have any expectations. If maybe I jumped off of a Wolf King GT, super hyper $4,000 computer, $4,000 scooter that's got this serious suspension system that you're floating on a pillow, and then jumped onto the Unagi. Okay, maybe I'll see a difference. On this though, man, I'm comfortable as can be because it's all I know. I jumped on it, I rode it. It's all I know. If nobody would have said anything to me about the suspension, I wouldn't even have cared. Now you come down here to these tires, okay, and these tires are tubeless tires, and you can see these little holes through here. And what that really is supposed to technically do is provide some kind of cushion to help compensate for the lack of suspension. I guess it does. I don't know. Just because, like I said, it's all I've ever known. Is this one scooter, the way it rides. And I'll tell you one of the things that I really do like. A lot of people may not like. Some people do. Some people don't. I personally think it's great. Is this right here? This little friction brake. You have the electric brake, which we already talked about up top. But this here, you just push down on this with your foot, and it's gonna slow this tire down. Okay, now for me, the benefit to this is you're not using any electric, so you're not killing any battery. So you're stopping yourself and you're keeping your battery. Using that electric battery or the electric brake, and you're starting to hurt your battery some. Me, I need to extend my battery range as far as I possibly can. The negative to this is that it does not show brake lights. The electric brake, when you hit the brakes, will hit the brake lights and will show you. When you just use the friction brake, does not. That's the only negative aspect to that. So you got to kind of be careful with that. I do think that that brake light is actually, I think that's really cool. It's very visible. It's going to obviously tell people behind you, hey dude, I'm slowing down. You need to kind of check yourself a little bit. See what's going on there. So I personally, I really like that friction brake a lot. It has saved me, I think, a lot of battery time to it. Just going back up to the main base plate of it, it's real nice looking. I mean, you got the Unagi name across it. You got this leather board here. It's got this leather grip all the way across. You don't have any kind of slide factor at all. This little bag here is my personal bag. I just pulled that off of my Harley Sportster. This comes with a phone app. The Voyager Model 1 did not. The phone app is actually really cool. I can get into that into another review, on a different day. Right now, I really just want to talk about this scooter and what it's done for me. Now, here's what I really want to talk about. What does the scooter do for me? Okay, technicalities wise, yes, it does what the company says it will do. But is the scooter going to last? Am I going to pay all that money for it? And is it really going to hold up? Is it going to take somebody like me who rides this thing all day, every day? I'm talking, I have to charge it a lot, so I'm out all day on this thing, nonstop. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I rode that Harley Sportster that I've already told you about. I rode it 4 years. Never one time laid it down. Never one time dropped it. Never one time hit the concrete. This thing here, I've had for about 3 weeks, like I've said. Hit about 300 miles on it, give or take some change. And I've had 3 accidents so far in this thing. Broke my rib. Road rash galore, all over my arm, all over, everything. And the scooter has been tossed around, thrown off to the side of the road, beat up. It got tossed down some steps one day. And look at it. It's still solid. It still looks just like it did when it came out of the box, except for the cosmetic damage. I got this here. Show you a little more, of the damage I put on it down here. We got that spot there. We threw it down on the concrete through there. Come back over here on this side. This gets to be a good side too. Look at that scrape all along the side there. You know, as much damage and as many times as I've done, wrecked this thing and dropped this thing and thrown it down on the ground, charging it over and over and over and over and just running it nonstop, and hell, it still goes. The tires, tubeless, impenetrable, running over rocks, gravel, nails, whatever, boom, they still just keep on rolling. That's what I like about it. Yeah, it does have a pretty look. A lot of people talk about how it's the iPhone or Tesla of scooters, and it's, you know, the one. It looks good, sure, it's pretty. I don't particularly care about that. I have a need for the transportation. I'm in a situation where I have to have something like this. Am I going to eventually upgrade? Absolutely, because I'm going to need more range. I'm going to need more speed. I'm definitely going to need some power. Will I get rid of the Unagi when I do get the opportunity to upgrade to a better scooter, or I won't say better scooter, a more powerful scooter, I'll say, I guess. No, I'll keep this Unagi probably for the rest of my life. This is my first scooter. She's my first love, I gotta say. But the things that I want to come across to you at, and here's where I really wanted you to stick with me for, is simply that. This scooter has done exactly what the company said that it would do. The performance is dead on. This company says it will do 20 miles an hour. It does 20 miles an hour. The company says it will go 15 miles. It will go 15 miles. The company says that it's going to turn heads. It's going to last. It's going to, you know, the body of it, the build of it. So this thing is going to hold up. I'm not lying to you. I would not back something like this like I am. Unless I know for facts that it does, and that's the real main reason that I'm really even doing this review, because of how impressed I am with how well this thing has held up. And the other thing I really want to impress upon people here also, man, wear safety gear, okay? I jumped on this thing, and fortunately for me, I've always been smart enough to wear a helmet, you know. And I jumped on this thing, and like I said, I've already been in 3 wrecks in this thing, broke my rib, and haven't had this much chaos on a Harley Davidson motorcycle. One more point of damage here that I really want to bring up to you is this. Okay, the wreck that I had when I broke my rib. Here's what I did to my poor little Harley helmet that I've had for 4 years. Only scratches I ever put on this thing is when a bug or a rock on the expressway flew back on me. And the scooter has done that. Now, if I wouldn't have had my helmet on, I promise you I would have probably ended up in the ER. Heck, I mean, I could have ended up dead. You're going to tell me I'm a little extreme on that, probably, sure. But I cannot impress upon you how important it is to wear safety gear. The safety gear aspect of it comes back to the fact that this scooter will last, because the scooter's outlasted my body. People, that's your Unagi Voyager. If you have any other questions, leave me comments. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you like this video, hit the like button. You know, I'm just now getting into this YouTube thing. I'd really love to, you know, see what y'all think about it. Give me some information. I'm doing wrong. Hopefully things are going good for you. Hopefully things will keep going good for me. Right now, I'm real happy with the world. And that's about what it is. So again, there's your scooter. And it's just a beast for what it is. It goes. So folks, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. It's getting warm outside. I've been out all day anyway, hopefully, but right now I'm kind of getting tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. But everybody, always ride safe, always ride the lightning. Banger T here. I'm out. Peace.